In this video, we will continue our discussion of Windows 365 Cloud PCs and their management within Nerdio Manager version 3.0 and newer. In two prior videos, we covered the process of enabling Windows 365 in Nerdio Manager, creating a network connection and a provisioning policy, and assigning a license to users, which then causes a Cloud PC desktop to be automatically created for any users that are members of the assigned groups. We also looked at the process of creating and managing desktop images and how to re-provision desktops, Cloud PC desktops, and update them to the latest version of the image. In this video, we're going to talk about something called user settings, as well as scripted actions. Let's start out with user settings, which is a new construct and a new concept in Cloud PC in Windows 365. And user setting policies are rather simple for now. I'm sure these are going to be expanded as the service grows and new capabilities are added. But if we wanted to add a new user setting policy and say, test user setting policy, the only option we really have is called local admin enabled. And as we can see, local admin enabled means that any users assigned to this policy will be given local admin rights on their Windows 365 Cloud PC desktops. So if we wanted to assign this to our Deschutes demo group, we can click OK. And anybody who's a member of that group will have local admin rights within a certain period of time once their Intune agent refreshes its configuration. So user settings are rather simple and straightforward. Let's move on to scripted actions. We're not going to spend a lot of time introducing scripted actions or reviewing how the base core foundation scripted actions work. I encourage you to review prior videos and our knowledge base about scripted actions. But what I do want to focus on for the purposes of this video is how to use scripted actions in the context of Windows 365. We've created scripted actions with the flexibility where you can use the same script that you are consuming and using for AVD, for Azure Virtual Desktop, in Windows 365 without really any significant modifications. So as you'll recall, there are two types of scripted actions, Windows scripts and Azure runbooks. For the purposes of Cloud PCs, only Windows scripts are relevant and are going to be the only ones we'll cover in this video. So if we open up our Windows scripts page, we can see that we have all of the various Windows scripts, update Windows 10, install, various software, install Office, install antivirus software, Zoom client, what have you. We can really be very flexible about the type of scripted actions that can be executed in Azure Virtual Desktop. And now that same flexibility is available for Cloud PCs. Here's how it works. It's rather simple. If you take any of your existing Azure Virtual Desktop scripted actions and click on Edit, you will notice there is a new option called Enable for Cloud PC. And when you select Enable for Cloud PC, it opens up several other fields that are available. For example, it lets you select if you want to run the script using the logged on credentials or run it in the context of the system, which is the default setting. We'll leave that unchecked. We can cause it to enforce a signature check on the script to make sure it's signed. We can enforce that it runs in 64-bit PowerShell, which is the default setting, and we'll keep it there. And then we can select assignments. We can either assign it to all users and or all devices, and we can assign to individual user groups. We cannot assign to individual users. That's a very important thing to remember in Cloud PCs. Everything is done based on security group membership, not individual users. So we can assign to select groups, and we can exclude certain assignments if we wanted to. So if, for instance, if we included several groups here, we can exclude certain other groups here. So users, members of these excluded groups will not get this script. For this script, I'm going to check to assign it to all users and all devices. And this script is going to install the Zoom VDI client on all the machines. If we click to expand the script, You can see that this is just a simple PowerShell script that will download and install the latest version of the Zoom client. Ignore this message right here because this is a demo environment. I've already played with the Zoom script, and it's telling me that there is already a version that was executed on the various machines. So this message can be ignored. Once I click OK, what this is going to do is it will enable the script to be available for cloud PCs, and it will be submitted to run on those cloud PCs. Now, this does take quite a bit of time because it does leverage the Microsoft Endpoint Manager into an agent, or the capability that Windows has built into it to talk to Intune. So this is not an instant process. I don't really know exactly how long it takes, but in my experience, it's certainly at least several hours. But if you do have a scripted install software, this is all you would need to do in order to deliver that software to all of the users within the scope of what you've selected. And then if you come back to this page, whenever that script actually finishes executing, you will see that this number where it says cloud PCs is going to change to the number of devices that it actually applied to. And clicking on this number will show you a breakdown and a log of where the script ran and whether it ran successfully or not. Now, if we go to the cloud PCs listing right here under Windows 365, we'll see a column called scripts, and this column will show us what scripts have executed on this particular VM and what was the status of the last execution. So for example, I have a machine here where the remote display analyzer and the Zoom VDI client were previously installed. If I click on this script, it will actually show me when this ran and what the status was. So this is just another way to verify that the script ran on a per machine basis and whether it succeeded or not. So super useful in applying optimizations, installing or uninstalling software, making global changes or individual user changes based on the group membership. Lots and lots of capabilities. Anything that can be scripted with PowerShell can be achieved through Nerdio Windows scripted actions and cloud PC assignments. I hope you found this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.